and welcome to Baby Lady Podcast. I'm Debbie Homer Davis and I run the largest independent nursery store in Kent. Over this time, I've been lucky enough to meet some amazing people, and some of them have agreed to join me on our podcast. We'll have managing directors, CEOs, as well as children's authors, car seat experts and health professionals. All of these people have one thing in common. They're passionate about what they do, and they've agreed to share their knowledge and enthusiasm on our podcast. On this episode, we speak to Luke Burns. Luke's the general manager at Cybex. He's also on the board of the BPA, which is the Baby Products Association. He's been hugely involved in developing and making products safer over the years. And he's got lots to tell us. And also he's got a little bit of exciting news that he's going to share with us today. So we are very, very lucky to have you here because I know you're a very busy person. I like your background, by the way, very plain, very simple.
Well, I don't know if it's a bit of a mess in my office, but then they've got the window through, the pool table with the air hockey, and then my meeting desk. So yeah, it's pretty plain behind me. And we've got a little studio wall that if I'm doing something like this, if it was going to go on video, I could go and sit in front of it. But I couldn't be bothered getting off my lazy bottom to go and do it. How's business been since the shop's opened?
Yeah, I think it's going all right. We've got a new website that's in development that should be online hopefully towards the end of May. So yeah, there's a lot for our 30th anniversary year. There's a lot going on.
30 years, Debbie, right? That's just 2 years more than me in the trade.
So we're celebrating in lots of different ways. We've got lots of exciting things going on this year. We've got 30 competitions and giveaways, 30 opportunities for, not giveaways. Yeah. So we're going to turn it on its head, and we're actually doing the opportunity for people to win their money back. So they've got to purchase it from us in the first place. And we hope that you'll work with us on this as well.
I knew it would cost me something.
Always. So you've been involved in the industry nearly as long as me. What do you love about it most?
Yeah, you've got 2 years on top of me in this industry. So yeah, you're 30, I'm 28 years in the industry. But for me, and it can sound a little bit twee, but it is the truth, is that I actually love the industry from the point of view that we're producing products that are safety products and products that are adding value to parents' lives. And the great thing when I'm doing that part of the job, which I've done in many other brands in the past as well, but now I'm doing it with Cybex, is that we get a way to do it in a stylish and functional way. So yeah, that's why I love the industry.
So the last 12 months have been challenging for everything. One of the things that a lot of companies have found is their development has been affected in terms of new product launches. You know, we're so used to going to Cologne, the big nursery fair in Germany every year, and seeing the amazing things, as well as a great party. Obviously, you do throw a great party, but amazing products that you launch to the trade. Now, none of these things have taken place. But have Cybex still been able to keep up with their amazing development, their new product launches? You know, you're known for your innovative things like your e-Pream. You had the first rotating infant seat. Have you got more stuff in the pipeline, or has this been held up?
Not at all. In fact, sometimes when I look at the new products which are flowing down the pipeline, myself and my head of sales and head of marketing, we often wonder, are we truly in a pandemic situation, because it just keeps on coming. And that's not a bad thing. Like you say, some amazing technologies that we've already launched. The e-Pream winning the top 100 Times magazine innovations, the Cloud Z that you talk about there, Debbie. I mean, that product has seen Cybex break into the infant car seat market in a really big way in a relatively short period of time. And that seat for me is particularly strong and particularly relevant because of not only the functionality of the 360-degree swivel, but it's also got that beautiful lie flat functionality when it's on a pushchair as a travel system, which nobody else does so far. So nobody yet does a lie flat rotating infant seat. We've been respectful of the pandemic, but at the same time, our founder, a gentleman called Mr. Martin Poss, he's really taken the stance of just pushing ahead absolutely regardless. And I think from every adversity comes opportunity. And, the Cybex family, both in the UK, Europe, and globally, stay fit and healthy. And we've just been pushing ahead, like trying to almost pretend there's no pandemic, apart from the safety of our team and their families. But from a business point of view, just push on regardless. And like I say, out of adversity comes opportunities. And we think that we'll come out of this stronger than when we went in, and a bigger, better brand for it.
Do you have any new and exciting products that you would like to share with us that are in the pipeline or that are currently in development?
There's quite a few, and I think I'll apologise again, and for anybody who's listening into this podcast, I had to rudely cancel on Debbie on Thursday because we had an opportunity to go and do a PR launch, which was a lot of fun. We took our new range of sports products. It's a sports running stroller. It's like a 4-in-1, so you can push it, you can tie a strap around your waist and pull it, you can lower the center of gravity, attach it to a bicycle and pull it with the bike. And if you live in colder climates, you can even attach a pair of skis and cross-country ski with it. But we didn't bother with that in London. The sun was shining last week. Myself and the team, we literally had 10 pink strollers, which is our PR colorway for the sports product. And we literally were running around all the famous landmarks of London, creating an internal PR buzz for the launch of this product, that's coming out towards the end of May, so not too far away from us. But not to mention that we've already launched a Jeremy Scott collaboration called Petticoat, which was inspired by his personal gift to Katy Perry. So we launched that. We've just recently, in the last 10 days, launched a superstar collaboration with DJ Khaled. And you've got to remember, we're a global brand, and DJ Khaled is absolutely huge in America.
Yeah.
And this will certainly give the brand a great platform in America, but we're also getting a lot of PR noise around it in the UK as well. So, and DJ Khaled is a family man, and his family values sort of echo with Cybex's. So that's done amazing things to help our brand. And there is something big coming towards the back end of this year in car seats, which maybe is what Cybex's heritage is known for, but I'm not going to tell you or the audience a single thing about it. If you ask me anything, Debbie, I will take the fifth, because I know you'll just keep asking for more. But trust me, when this car seat hits the market, it literally is going to change the way children sit in seats.
Wow. So yes, well, we saw the prototype of the Cloud Z way before it came to market, and I was completely blown away. And as Luke will tell you, I never say anything I don't mean. I'm always completely honest. If I like something, I'll tell you, but if it's not really my thing, I would also say that. And I was blown away.
You are nothing but honest. I've known that over the 28 years I've known you. You absolutely say exactly what you're thinking and feeling.
But then at least you get an honest opinion. But everything you've been doing recently is just so. I was actually very excited about the DJ Khaled collaboration, and I knew who DJ Khaled was. And I was like, yes.
We're not that old, Debbie. We're not that old. So of course I'm down with the kids, and he's constantly on my playlist. Yeah.
Go and check out the new collaboration colors. How on earth you come up with these amazing collaborations? But the colors are stunning. We just had the Jewels of Nature, which has been really successful. Obviously, we've had all the Jeremy Scott collaborations, and this is just fantastic. I just love, and Zoe, one of my right-hand people, she absolutely loves green. So she's very keen on these colorways. They look amazing. So do go and check them out, because they look fantastic.
Whilst we work with some famous designers like Jeremy Scott, and if anybody doesn't know, Jeremy Scott is the director of design at Moschino. But we have our own very talented team of designers in-house, and these guys work with all the people that we collaborate with to make sure that the products are safe and as well as stylish. So very proud of that. Jewels of Nature is one of my favorites too.
Oh, it's just absolutely stunning. And if you can see it in person, it has the most beautiful little insects that are almost like badges. I'm not quite sure how you would hear them on, but it's just, no one else is doing anything like it. And I think that it's very much true to say that some of the things that you do, no one else is doing. You do, like you were obviously the first with the e-pram, you do like to do things that are completely new and no one else is doing.
That's what keeps pushing us. I mean, particularly Martin, he's forever pushing the boundaries. And one of our internal sayings is make the impossible possible.
I love that. I love that. You see, I'm a big believer in flip it. So when you said we couldn't do this interview last week because you were doing this a big launch, I was like, do you know what? That's actually a positive, because now I get to hear about that too.
No, you did. In fairness, Debbie, you did.
So when will we get to see this new product launching in the marketplace? That the runner, is it just one product or is it a whole range of products?
No, there's two products. There's one product called the Avi, which is a pure lightweight running, the traditional push mode type runner, if you like. I chose that one to run around in London because it was the slightly lighter one. When you're pulling the other one, which is called the Zeno, it makes absolutely zero difference that it's a little bit heavier, because it's the functionality of attaching something to your waist and being able to effectively, what we call it is hands-free running, because of course it's not intuitive to run holding onto a handlebar. You know, if you are a runner, and we're members of some of these buggy running groups who are all excited to see this product to come, is that, yeah, your intuitive way to run is the arms moving and pumping. And yeah, by having the stroller attached to your waist with a very, very clever attachment mechanism that allows swivel, it's got an anti sort of vibration device on your back that stops it from putting any pressure onto you. It's for me, it was just an amazing innovation. I thought, why didn't somebody think of this before? Yeah, people have done it maybe in different iterations, but not one way you can push, pull, and use as a bike trailer. Wow. And it's available in multiple colorways. The pink one that I was pushing in London, we can do the traditional greys and blacks as well, but they're not as exciting. Nobody can see today, Debbie, but the pink is quite nearly as bright as your jacket today.
I love a bit of pink. I love colour. I am known for it. But there you go. See, you heard it here first. This is not known currently about this new range, and you heard it here first, which is always really, really exciting. We do love to bring newness. In fact, we love that via our podcast and also via our videos as well. So we'll be really, really looking forward to being able to preview those coming up for around our 30th anniversary time as well, which is really exciting.
Oh, congratulations for that.
I know, 30th anniversary year for us too. So you were also chairman of the BPA products for over 10 years. And now you stepped down, obviously, to allow other people to come in. But that's a big thing as well. That must have taken up a huge amount of time.
No, it's a huge investment of time. And I mean, I've been on the board of the BPA now probably more years than I would care to remember, maybe 20 years. And, you know, and I sat as an executive board member for many years and tried to add value wherever I could. And I was fortunate enough to be asked to step in to be chairman. And yeah, it was an interesting time. I mean, for your listeners out there, you know, you'll be thinking, who is the Baby Products Association? Well, they're a trade organisation which has most of the big reputable brands in the UK, as well as some smaller cross-representation as well. And the board is made up of a cross-representation of all different types of product categories, so car seats, strollers, home products, feeding products, carriers. So we get a lot of people with a lot of experience around the table, headed up by our managing director and our secretary, who sit on all of the working bodies which are developing current and future standards for all of those types of products, the standards and legislation and those high tests that we all in this industry have to pass. It's really important that a product is used, and we'd rather a child be in a car seat that's been tested to R129, the latest standard, or even an R44 seat. We'd rather that than not at all. And if you make it so difficult that the moms and dads just don't want to do it, then the worst case is they do nothing and put them on the lap, and therefore you have the worst condition. So the Baby Products Association for me is it's a lot of work. It has been a lot of work, but after 30 years in the industry, I thought I had something to offer back. Clearly, the board did too. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there, still enjoying my time on the board with the car seat expert. And I think we'll continue to make sure that we're having an input to those safety legislation points of view.
A lot of us that have been in the industry a long time are very, very passionate about development, about safety, about bringing things to market that are amazingly good for people's children. It's not just, I don't do this just to earn a living. I do it because I love it. And I think you're pretty much the same. And that's perhaps, all that contribution that you've given and you continue to give is to help people with their children and with their futures. And that's basically what the BPA is doing, isn't it? It's like helping develop every area.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's one of those security blankets that you hope you never need, but in the time that you do need some support from us in the trade, you'd be grateful if you are a BPA member, or indeed if not a member, we're still looking to support the trade in the industry as a whole.
So Luke, tell us if you've been lucky enough as a parent to get any perks during your time in the industry, because I know you know lots and lots of people.
Before my time at Cybex, I've been with the company now 7 years. You can all work my age out now, but I had my first child at 40. I left it. I was a late starter. Left it a little bit later, little Zachary. He made me famous because I made it into Fatherly Quarterly. Probably because of my BPA chairmanship more than anything, and becoming a dad at 40 and working in the industry. How I'd managed to escape having children to that age, I don't know. But yeah, my garage at home probably resembled the equivalent of the Ronaldo sports car garage, but in the form of every available colour branded pushchair that was available to man, because been in the trade a long time, made a lot of good friends, and these guys all kindly sent me pushchairs to test and trial for them. And maybe I'd have preferred them to be sports cars, but at the same time I took the brands. But pretty lame there, Debbie. I think I'll keep anything else under my hat for now.
That sounds so. I was very late starter with my children as well. So I actually had. We had our son Joe I was 38 and 42 when I had Georgina. And I also had a huge amount of prams to test. I was in a fortunate position as well and got to test lots of things. And it was brilliant. It was a brilliant opportunity. So
the only thing, Debbie, was that my wife kept saying, Luke, it's very well that you keep getting sent these pushchairs. One, I've got no space in the garage. Two, you know how to fold them all. I don't. So, so she's often outside of Tesco's, trying to fold one and get me confused with another fold.
See, now she could have just referred to our YouTube tutorials, couldn't she?
There you go, Debbie.
We have absolutely loved having you on our podcast today. We are really, really grateful because I know that you are an incredibly busy person. So to have spared us the time, we really, really appreciate it. We wish you all the best with all your amazing new launches. I know that they're going to be a massive success. Everything you seem to touch at the moment is just super, super successful. And I can't wait to see those. I'm hoping to see those hopefully next week. So that will be exciting for us too. Just thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Debbie, for having me. Really enjoyed it. Like you say, Cybex going from strength to strength. We do seem to be on the cusp of some greatness in the UK market. We're a little bit behind our German counterpart, where they are absolutely brand leader and significant share. But it's coming, and we need people like you, Debbie, to keep pushing the brand for us. And thank you again for all the support through these difficult times. And to the listeners, keep safe and check out Cybex.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
My pleasure, Debbie.
If you want any help or advice on any of the things that we've talked about, you can contact us through our website, or you can email us at sales@babylady.co.uk, or you can even pick up the phone if you prefer to speak to someone in person. On next week's episode, I'm talking to Peter Holtham. Peter is an absolute expert in the realms of car seat safety. He works for a company called AxeKid, and he's pretty much my go-to authority if I need an answer on a car seat query. He's going to tell us loads more about what we should be looking at in car seats, and you will definitely be able to learn if you listen in to next week's podcast.